Hey guys, thanks for joining me for Silhouette Sunday. I know it's been a while since I made a video, and by a while I mean a couple of months. I actually did a blog post explaining kind of what's been going on. You can click on it down in the description box down below if you want to read to figure out where I've been and what I've been up to for the last couple of months. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get started with this project. Now, this project is a quick and easy project that I'm making, well, because A, I have to make it. It's a gift for someone. But also, I want to start exploring the new Silhouette Studio. As you can see on my screen, I have the new Silhouette Studio 4 launched, and it looks very different from the previous versions of Silhouette Studio in that all of the menu options have changed. So in this video, I'm just going to be working with text, but I'm going to show you some of the new features of this new version of Silhouette Studio. So to get started, I'm going to go ahead and select my text tool on the left-hand side of the screen. That part has not changed. And I'm going to type the name Lourdes. So I have my name typed out here, and I'm going to go ahead and change the font. So I'm going to double click it so I get my cursor back and highlight everything. And then on the right-hand side, I also have another text tool that looks similar to the one on the left. Now, this used to be in a menu up across the top, but that's gone now. So I'm going to go ahead and click that, and I'm going to change this to a font called December Sparks. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK, or Enter on my keyboard. And now the name has changed. Now, obviously, I still need to weld this for my final product, but first I'm going to go ahead and make it bigger. And before I weld it, I'm going to ungroup it because I want this L to be bigger. In this particular font, this particular L looks, to me, looks smaller than the D does. And that really just could be the weight distribution, but I prefer it to be bigger. So I'm going to right click and go down to ungroup. And then I'm going to select this L and just make it bigger for this particular project. So that looks pretty good, but I'm going to go ahead and maximize the space and make this as large as I can to fit this 12 by 12. So I'm going to go all the way to the edge. Now, my last step is to weld this font together because I want these letters to be connected. But one of the things I wanted to show you is that in the new version of Silhouette Studio, the menus that pop up and some of your options that pop up are context specific to what you're doing. So right now, with nothing selected, you see this top toolbar doesn't have anything in it. But once I go ahead and I highlight these letters, now I have several tools available to me that the software thinks I may be looking for, including welding. And if you select something, different things, or something different, you'll get a different set of options. So for example, if I select the L, you'll see here that I only get some sizing options and some location options for a coordinate. If I select everything, I get a different set of options, such as alignment or centering, welding, various tools. So you can still right click to weld, you can see it right there. But for this particular case, I'm going to go ahead and use the weld that's at the top of the screen. And now you can see all the letters are connected. Now, because I'm going to be cutting heat transfer vinyl, I need to mirror this image. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a box around everything again. I'm going to go over to the right-hand side and click on the replicate window. And I'm going to go ahead and mirror this to the right. Because when you're using different types of material that are designed to be stuck onto something else, sometimes you have to cut it straight on and sometimes it has to be mirrored. You just have to read the directions of whatever it is you're using. For this particular project, it needs to be mirrored. So I've drawn a box around my name and I'm going to go ahead and click delete because I don't need that. And then I'm going to move this out of the way and put my mirrored image back on my cutting mat. So next I'm going to send this off to the machine to cut out and I'm going to apply it to my bag. Here I have my piece all cut out and I've actually already started the weeding process. And to get the little pieces that are in between each of the letters, I'm going to go ahead and use my light tracer.
Now, in this image, it doesn't look like it helps at all, but it actually helps you see where the cut lines are inside the little pieces of the letter or the interior. So the little piece from the L and the O and the D and the E. So it makes it easier to find those smaller pieces when you're weeding. Next, I'm ready to start ironing, which is the only step required when you're doing heat transfer vinyl. And I'm going to be ironing on this beach tote that I found at Target. And I'm using a foldable ironing board, which is probably one of the better investments I've made for the craft room recently. I have a habit of ruining cutting mats by using irons and they warp. So I'm just going to take my travel iron and go over the design until it releases from the backer sheet, and that's it. So here is a quick look at the final product. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.